Hey guys, Jesse here, and today I'll be unboxing the Master Grade Gundam Spiegel from G Gundam. Now, this is very exciting for me because I've always wanted this kit, and it was like the last um, barrier in my quest to complete my G Gundam Master Grade collection. I've already built the God Gundam and the Master Gundam. I have the Shining Gundam under my desk right now, and all I needed was the Gundam Spiegel. So as soon as Gundam Planet sent out an email saying we're going to get MG Gundam Spiegel, I hopped on that immediately. And I've always wanted this kit ever since I learned, like 2 years ago or wherever I started Gunpla, that there was a Master Grade Gundam Spiegel. And now that I have it, I'm very excited to start building this thing. So as you can see from the box, this is a 2002 kit, so a very old Master Grade. Definitely not the oldest, but it will show its age. Let me just look on the side of the box. Here we've got some pictures of the Gundam, the so-called action frame, which was like a big revolution at the time. It's very posable. If you've ever built the Master Gundam or the God Gundam or any of the G Gundam Master Grades, you'll know that this was like a big selling point of these Master Grades, was the fact that it was really posable. I like this. It has like the cockpit hatch, but you can't actually see the pilot. The two blades. We have a very nice core lander, it looks like, with the pilot in there. We get two figures here. We get a Schwartz Bruder, the pilot, and Rei Mikamura, Domon's partner in crime, who at one point in the story joined Schwartz. I really have not seen the anime in a very long time, so I don't remember why. But some more nice action shots of Spiegel and what it can do. And again, for the time, this was a big deal, the fact that your Gunpla could pose in action poses. So let's go ahead and open the box. Again, I've removed all the plastic so we don't have to hear any of that crinkly mess. We can just get straight to the runners. And immediately we see what a lot of older Master Grades did, and that's include a very nice insert of a painted kit here from the front view. Part of me wishes they would do this again, but it's really just sort of a waste. But now that I have all the G Gundam Master Grades, I can maybe frame all four of them, and that would be really cool. So first off here, we've got stickers, marking decals. I know for a fact this is true for all the G Gundam Master Grades, is they don't really have a decal guide. So they just sort of give you these and say do what you want, really. Next is the A runner. This plastic is very old. It feels old. It's not going to be the greatest to work with, and it's dark, so that's just great. But it's the Gundam Spiegel, so I can't hate it. So this is mostly chest parts, some side skirts, it looks like. We got our clear parts for the core lander and the eyes. They used to do this a lot too. They would put like this weird barrier around pointier, like sensitive parts. Usually it was always around the V-fin. And then we've got a lot of yellow. I'm glad there's no yellow on here that is stickers. So that's really nice. Next, we've got the F-frame, more black, leg and arm parts. Nothing too special here. It's not really black, it's sort of like an extremely dark blue. So I wish it was black. Part of me wants to repaint it black, but so far with all my G Gundam Master Grades, I've built them pretty much out of the box, just made them really clean. So that's what I plan to do with this one. Just because in the show, no matter how beat up all the Gundams got in that show, unless it was totally destroyed, it seemed to always stay pristine, which was kind of strange. But that's the nature of G Gundam. And that was just a duplicate runner. Here we have a white runner with the Spiegel blades, and then some ankle armor parts and some leg parts, arm parts here. Very nice. It's a sort of off-white. As you can tell, it's actually an extremely light gray. And I can't tell if that's on purpose or if, they couldn't really make white back then. I know they had problems. So another interesting thing about the Master Grade G Gundam kits, except for the Master Gundam, is they all came with this like rubbery V fin. That's a really like bad looking yellow. It doesn't match the yellow on the runners, but I'm not sure why. Maybe they thought it would be more prone to breaking since you'll be moving it more. But I never used or will use the rubber V fins, but it is there. This one kind of fell to the side, but a small bag of screws and nuts. If you've never built a G Gundam Master Grade, they all have screws and nuts in the joints, which I like. It actually allows you to sort of choose how tight you'd like the frame to be. So now we get into the D runner here, which is frame parts. Nothing too exciting here. You can kind of see the detail, even for a 2002 kit, that the legs here have. But as you can tell, maybe you can't, but if you've built a lot of Gunpla, you'll know that you can kind of tell how hard and how much of a pain cleaning up this plastic would be just from the shine and texture of it. It doesn't feel great, and they always liked to do this, which was awful. Place nubs right where you'll be seeing them, right on the knees. So this stuff always requires a lot of cleanup. Polycaps. Surprisingly, not too many polycaps for an older kit. Another bag of screws and nuts. More white. Looks like this is our chest pieces, more for the legs. Here we have another example of when they put like these kind of thin, sensitive parts in these sort of thicker shielding, I guess. Some parts for the head. It's the face plate. And yeah, nothing too super interesting there. Kind of a weird runner here. It's more frame, but it's like cut off. I think this might be part of the God Gundam that they just sort of took only pieces of. So as you can see, we're gonna have some pistons in the feet and possibly the arms, maybe, or the knees actually. But yeah, again, this really awful, hard to work with plastic. Then we get this rubber, or I remember someone telling me or reading on somewhere that this actually isn't rubber. It's like it's this plastic that's meant to replicate rubber. I'm not sure if that's the case with the G Gundam Master Grades, but I know in kits like the GOG, the MG GOG, that's not actually rubber. It's actually plastic. I think these are rubber though, just smelling them. But I just know they try not to use rubber anymore just because it deteriorates over time. But anyways, these are the hands and the feet. Again, if you haven't built a G Gundam Master Grade, this isn't all the kits. All the kits have rubber hands and feet, and that's so that they have really good traction and posability, and so you don't break them. And then we have our two figures here, which again, part of me wish they did this again, but I don't know. These were always molded in a very awkward material to work with. It's like this very soft, I don't know how to explain it. It's very awkward plastic, but the molds were always really nice, and it was cool to get these like kind of iconic figures. And it's cool that you get two in this one. Little stickers here for the eyes and camera. Nothing too special there, right? And finally our manual. We'll take a quick look at it. So here's the manual. Pretty basic breakdown of the parts. I think the G Gundam did the same thing, where you build the arms first of all things. And this is what I really miss about older Master Grades, are these nice kind of information. I mean, I can't read any of it, but the pictures were cool. It's like kind of explaining the mechanics and stuff. And you'd always get them after building a certain unit or something. So after the leg and arm unit, you get sort of an explanation of the workings and design of the Gundam. And then we have a nice color page. Yep. Just a shining Gundam fighting Gundam Spiegel here. Again, more mechanic stuff. The 2 figures here. And yeah, really nice. And then some of the gimmicks. Again, no decal sheet, no guide. Nicely enough, they give you a admittedly kind of small and hard to see, but at least it's a painting guide for the figures. So that's really nice. And that's it. That's all for the Spiegel Gundam. I'm going to get this guy built up. Shouldn't take me long because I always do a clean build of the G Gundam Master Grades. So I should have the review up relatively soon. So thanks you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.